9:30 a.m. Well, it rained about 3/4 of an inch last night. Which is okay. Didn't cause a flood, so that's good. I can live with a 3/4 of an inch. Helps the grass grow. We need rain. Don't need too much at one time, that's all. Makes everything look green again. Well, it was already green, but seems like the rain always makes it look greener after the rain. And sun's shining a little bit today. I got a plan to do something today. I don't know how far I'm going to get with it, but I'm going to give it a try. Something I haven't done for years, but I'm going to try it today. Well, it's good to see the cattle out. I think the other two are in there. Oh, there's 3 here, 1 in the water. I'm not sure, but I think there's one. Yeah, there's one way over there. One way over there. I see her tail flicking over there, close to the dock. Yeah, I see her head. Her head turned, looking toward me. She's underneath that tree. She's right next to the dock. I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, they're all accounted for. Yeah. The old mama cow, she's out here eating again, so that's good. Good to see her eating. I don't know what was wrong with her. The other day, she was hiding in the barn for some reason. Yeah, I guess she's all right now. It could have been the fly problem. Who knows? Oh, I forgot to check his flies. Yeah, he still got flies on his legs. That fly treatment was just temporary, I think. Yeah, especially if they go into the water, it washes it off anyway. What they need is a kettle rub here. I should probably get one. I used to have one, but it rotted. I'll think about it. I can always spray them again with the fly spray. Oh, I closed that gate up there. I'm gonna let them back in here. There's some nice clover in here to eat if they want to eat it. Give them a little variety. Yeah, it's still overcast today. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open that gate. Today, got already up here close to the gate. That's why I'm doing it now. The bull, he likes to stick to that old mama cow. Yeah. Well, that's good. If she comes in the heat, he's got a chance to breed her. Yeah, that's I hope I'll still have calves from these cows. Hello, Miss Kitty. How you doing? I can't call you Miss Kitty. You already had babies once, didn't you? But you lost them. Okay, let's open the gate. Well, whenever I open the gate, it closes, it blocks off the garden from them, so that's why I only got fence around 3 sides. Yeah. Mama cow knows the drill. She knows what to do when I open that gate. And here comes the other one. The last one's over, still in the. Oh, here she comes, coming over the hill. Yeah, they're all coming. Oh, I gotta put this fence up in front of the car. Oh, look, the first thing he does, look at that. He goes to that water thing. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Huh. First thing. Her too. Now, look at that. She's gonna push him out of the way. That's her thing. Even when that fence is up this way, they still put their head underneath it, drink there. Water must be good, must be nice. Hey, number. That's the one that was in the pond. Yeah, I can see horn flies on their horns. I don't know why they like it in here. I think the grass is fresher. Yeah, that's all. Okay. So all she wanted to do was push him out of the way. She didn't really care about the water. Now I got to stretch this wire across here so they don't go into where the cars are in the lawnmower. There's that neat there, and they'll just make a mess. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. Oh, they've been here for a few days. Till they need to use this area, till they need to either take the car out or ATV out. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to rain today or not. Guess there's always a chance now. Okay. I'll just let him eat. And he's happy up here eating all by himself. Munch away. Saves me the trouble of mowing it. That's why I let him in here years ago. Yeah. I got tired of mowing all the stuff around the house. Hey boy. Yeah, how's your flies on your legs? Still bothering you, ain't they? That's the life of the cattle. Flies. They attract flies. Right, boy? Right. Oh well, it's afternoon already. Yeah, and rain last night really cooled everything down. There's a nice cool breeze today, and it's overcast, so it's not hot at all. So I got something I want to do at the hayfield, and I want to try to use that old disc. But first I got to pull it out of the weeds and see if I can grease it, maybe pump up the tires, and maybe put a ram on it. Yeah, I'll have to put a ram on it, hydraulic ram, to be able to lift it up and down. But right now I'm just going to take the truck and chain it and pull it out of the weeds so I can see what kind of condition it's in, see if it's even usable. Yeah, I'm going to take the air compressor full of air, if I can get it to work, that is, and pump it up. I don't know how long it'll hold air, but we'll see. I got that other little thing I can plug into my cigarette lighter in the truck. I can try to use that to pump up the tires if they need to, which I'm sure they're flat. Yeah, and I'll take the grease gun with me. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I can do. I'll just take a look at it today. And if it's usable, I'll take the tractor over there and hook it up and disc up that ground where those hay bales were stacked along the side of the hay fields for years. For at least, what, 2-3 years, something like that. Anyway, it's pretty rough there. I had the people who cut the hay, I had them avoid that area so I could work that ground down. I didn't want them getting in there and ruining anything on their cutters with that rough ground. All right, let's head over there. Let's get all my stuff first that I'm going to take with me. I got a can of oil, my grease gun with an extra cartridge. I got my hydraulic ram that I used years and years ago. Hopefully it still works. Got a chain to hook onto my drawbar, down there. And I pump up the air compressor. Don't know how long it's going to hold the air, so I better get over there and pump the tires up first. Well, I made the mistake of pulling in the other driveway over there. Yeah, because I thought I might need the truck over here. And I didn't want to, in other words, I didn't want to drive around in my hayfield while it was wet. But I guess I shouldn't have done that to that field either. I don't know what they're going to grow in there, but I don't think my tracks will hurt anything. Anyway, I was able to pump up both tires with the air in the air compressor, at least enough to put some air in them. Now I'm going to hook up the truck to the tongue there of that disc with a chain, and I'm just going to pull it out so I can work on it easier. Yeah. I've been spraying all this stuff, this one too, but I got to do a better job. Someday I'm going to pull that out too. Maybe I'll do that this year. Pull it out, clean it up, and then roll it back. But for now, I'm just going to pull this one out and do some work on it. I see a few broken blades, but oh well, it's been like that for years. Never got around to fixing it. It's not that important. There's a field entrance over there, and I don't know why I decided to use this. Come in this way. I knew this was a wet area. Ever since I was a little kid, this has been a wet area through here. But I did it anyway. Hopefully they're going to plant something else in here, and these ruts won't interfere with them too much. I don't know why, but it looks like something's been planted in here. Unless that's just the way the cutters make the grass looks. Okay. And the reason I want to fix the disc up because I want to disc that little strip up there that I had them avoid, and then I can plant some grass in there. Then I'll smooth it out, patch it up, make it part of the field again. But first, let's pull this disc out with the truck. I can do that much. Probably should have waited a day or two before so the ground could dry out. It is a little wet here. I'm making tracks with my truck. Not as bad as those. Yeah. But still better enough to, yeah, when I leave I'll just have to go along the edge of the field. But right now I got it chained up. I'm just going to pull it out into there so I can work on it easier. And I'm going to get it ready to pull with the tractor. I won't do that today because it's too wet. At least I'll have it ready. Yeah, I'll pull it out. Yeah, it's wet through here. Yeah, probably wet all the way down because watch where the water flows through here. When it rains a lot, it flows down on the headland here. Yeah, it's always been a problem. Yeah, I made a few tracks. I should have waited for the ground to dry. But I was impatient, so oh well. I think it'll be okay. Okay, see if I can pull it out. Tires are pumped up, so it should roll. Oh, I got it out. Yeah, the wheels were buried up to the rim. But I got it out. Anyway, I had the disc blade on this, at least the back end. I'm not sure about the front, but because the front was in the air. But I had an old board there. I'll probably get some more boards or tin or something to put underneath there. Probably tin would work good. I got some old tin out at the big pasture. Before I park it here again, I'm going to make sure the wheels are better supported with something. Yeah, I think I dig a rut. There's a little rut there now. Yeah. I got to set it up for a longer storage. Yeah, because I know the tires are going to sink, so I got to support them too. Okay. Yeah, that's where one wheel was, and that's where the other wheel was. And I think I only had a board across the back, because the back end was on. The front end was up, so it was okay. The back end is all I need. The disc is heavy on the back end because of those concrete blocks. Okay, now with it pulled out, the front end is heavy, but I think if I raised it up, it'll kick back up. I think it's like that because of the chain. Once I take the chain off, it'll go back up in the air, I think. Chain is weighing it down, I think. Oh, see that blade there? That's been broken for, I don't know, ever since I've been using it. I never wanted to change it. And there's another one broken over there, I think, on the inside. There's some more broken ones. Someone's broken there. The one on the outside is broken. The one on the inside is broken. These all look, oh, there's one that's broken in the middle, on the back here. And I'm not sure about the one up there. I'll go around the other side and take a look. Yeah, at least the tires are holding there for now. You can see how deep they were in the mud. Of course, the tires were flat too. All right, let me, oh, that's up in the air like that. Let me go ahead and grease those back ones, if they have grease fittings. Well, these ones on the back, this 1, 2, 3, 4, they have sealed bearings, so I just gave them a little bit of oil, and they turn okay. Yeah, they turn. Not real good, but they turn enough. The other one turns better. This one turns better. A little bit better. Yeah, they just got sealed bearings. I can't turn them because they're laying on the ground, but these also have, this side also has sealed bearings. And as soon as I take the chain off, I'll see if I can turn it. However, this front side has 2 grease fittings, so I added grease to those 2. I guess somewhere along the line, my dad either they were all sealed bearings and he replaced these 2, or oh, there's another broken blade. Yeah, so I got one over there, one on that over there, one over there, and one over here. So each one has a broken blade on it in different places. Anyway, I said I already greased them. My guess is that maybe they all came with sealed bearings and these 2 failed, and then so Dad replaced them with the regular bearings that had grease fittings. That's my guess. I don't know. I don't know. Now I got to see if I can grease this right there, there, and there. The joints. Oh, 4, maybe 4. 1, 2. I see 3. Don't know about that one, but I'll check. It should have a grease fitting on it. Yeah, it should be 4 there. Okay, let me finish the greasing. Only one of those 4 grease fittings took grease, which is that one. The other 4 I couldn't get nothing in. They're plugged up, dried up, or something. And I don't feel like working on them that much, so I oiled them, and then I shoved some grease in the gap on the side, on each side. I didn't need none on that one, but all the other 3 I pumped grease into the gap there underneath. Okay, let's unhook it. As far as I can tell, it's ready to go. I don't know, but I don't think I'll need to adjust that arm there. I got a grease fitting on top there. I got that one. That was okay. But there's a block with a screw in it, bolt, that when you turn it, it's supposed to change the pitch or something here. I'm not sure how it worked, but I'll just leave it the way it was set up before last time I used it. And that's where I'm going to be using it. I'm going to take all those jugs, those markers off, so I can disc it up. Not even going to mow it. I'm just going to disc it up the way it is. But probably not today. It's too wet. But I want to put the ram on, but I'm afraid somebody will steal it, so I think I'll hold off on the ram. I'll bring the ram on the tractor when I'm ready to hook it up. That's what I'll do. Right now I'm taking the chain off. Well, let me lift the front end up. I just realized I can't put the ram on because I need the tractor with the ram to open and close it. The hydraulics. Anyway, it's just about as fixed as I can make it. It'll work for what I need it to do. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I used it. It was out here in this hayfield a long time ago. Yeah, I don't think I used it the last time I planted alfalfa out here. That was either 2017 or 2018. I think it was around 2018. Yeah, or the year before that. I think I might have been 2017, the year I bought this truck. Yeah, could be. Anyway, I just noticed something on this tire. It's still holding there, so that's good. It's kind of cracked here on the sidewall. There too, probably from sitting in the dirt too long. Yeah, but as long as it holds up while I'm discing a few passes across there. There, I need the disc. Now this tire's almost looks new, or newer. Yeah, this tire's in pretty good shape for sitting in the mud all this time. I got to figure out a way to hold it off the ground when I'm done with it. Yeah, I'm going to get another board for the back because this is how it's going to sit again. I'll get a couple boards for the back. I think I can find some old boards laying around somewhere. Nothing else, I'll find some old logs. Yeah, I got some old logs. Yeah, that will work too. Anyway, this one here, the one I greased, yeah, it turns pretty good. But that one over there is with the seal bearings. It's kind of stiff, but it'll roll. So it's not like it's not usable. Okay. That's all I can do on this thing for now. The next step would be to bring the tractor out here and with the ram, and then hook up the tractor to the thing, and then hook the ram up and use it. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I used it. It's 2015 or before, probably. This thing's been parked out here a long time. Now I used that in 2008 when I planted the alfalfa. I used that one just by itself. Yeah, because first we planted millet, and then we planted, and after the millet was harvested, first we sprayed the whole field with herbicide. I had somebody do it for me, FS, Farm Service. They sprayed it, killed all the grass, and then the guy who does my hay, he had a drill. He drilled the pearl millet. They harvested that as hay, like in September. Then the ground, with the spraying and the millet growing, once it was harvested, the ground was bare. So I used this to work up the ground a little bit and planted the alfalfa, and the alfalfa grew good for like 3 years until the fescue started to come back. Yeah, so from 18 to 20, 21, it was growing pretty good. But since then, every year the fescue gets thicker and the alfalfa gets thinner. So anyway, that's the way it is. But today I got this out because I need to use it there, because that's where those white wrapped silage bales were stored for a few years, at least 3. And now it's full of ruts there. So I'm going to disc that whole edge up from that where it's not been cut. Okay, let me pull out all those jugs first. Those markers, so they're not in my way when I'm ready to do the job. I'm going to let it dry today. If it don't rain anymore, I'll maybe come out tomorrow because it's too wet right now. Actually, the hay come out all the way out of here at one point. But that's the last place they were, over there. I think there's like 30 bales left when my brother moved them out this spring, I think, or this winter. This winter or spring? Yeah, winter. This past winter. Yeah, He said he tried to blade it off, but it still left a lot of ruts. So I'm going to probably disc it from here all the way back. Let's pull out those markers. Yeah, the ground's kind of spongy here and wet. See, it's holding moisture here. Yeah, it's kind of rough through here. It's wet. It's wet everywhere. I might take more than a few days to dry this out. Okay. This is what the fescue looked like before it was cut. Yeah. Now I'm going to pull them out. Yeah, I got the markers removed, and I just got to wait for the ground to dry out enough to work the soil up a little bit. Yeah, we have to go over it a few times. Yeah, get it all ready to plant grass again. I thought about planting some alfalfa in here, but then I'd rather have it match what's already out here. It's really wet down on that end though, really wet. Because all that water drains down to there, which has always been a wet spot there. Must be a little low spot that holds water. Anyway, I just gotta wait a few days for the ground to dry before I can do any discing. Probably before we get to that, my brother will be ready to haul these. Yeah. There's three groupings of 19. 11 and 8, 11, 8, 11, 8. And those last 9 are for my brother's as payment. His services. Look at that. I think the grass is already growing back since it was cut last Saturday. Today's Thursday. Yeah. It's only been about 5 days. I can see the grass growing up already. Yeah. I guess they baled those over there too. That's my neighbor. I guess my brother Robert must have piled them up there though. He must have stacked them over there from his field. It's not. It's the renter's field, but I guess they made an arrangement. My brother could harvest the clover for hay, or maybe they're sharing it. I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure how he's got it set up. But anyway, I'm done out here until the ground dries. That's if it don't rain again. Yeah, I just gotta wait till the ground dries. It's too wet to do anything with a disc. Especially on this end, it's really soggy. The other end is not so bad, but up on the hill. But down here, it's water setting. It's not soaking in. Okay, so I guess I'll go back to the house and wait for the ground to dry out. It's possible we'll move them bales before I get around to the disking part. Yeah, but it's okay. I've got plenty of time for that. I'll move all these jugs up here in case I need them again. Okay. I gotta look at one more thing. Well, when the ground's dry enough, I'll have to bring the truck out here to check it first before I bring the tractor out. And I'll bring the ram with the tractor, but before I bring the tractor, I need to check these tires again, make sure to bring the compressor out and make sure they got enough air in them to do the job. Yeah, I'll wait for that. Oh, this is my dad's old disc. This is his. He's got a better disc. He's got a newer disc, better one. I don't know what size I think this might be, I don't know, 10 foot. I think he's got a 12-foot, bigger disc, with bigger blades, and bigger everything. Anyway, it used to be in the big shed here by the house, but one of my brothers doesn't like it in there. It's taking up too much space, so my other brother who raises the cattle, he took it over to the barn, the hay barn, where he has his cattle. Keeps it in there. Anyway, I started using this old disc because my tractor wasn't big enough to pull his big disc. So, but it worked on this one, and this one needed a ram, but I remember he had an old disc that didn't have wheels. Yeah, but it had if it was set down, it had something on it with a string. Like, I think it was designed for horses, and the way it would work, there was a slide in the middle with a thing, the pin that comes up, right, and you tie a rope to it, right, and then you could slide that bar in and out to set the pitch, the angle of those blades. And if you want to just roll it, you know, without actually cutting any dirt, or not much dirt, you would set it so the blades were going straight. Yeah, there was no pitch to it. And then when you get ready to use it for disking, you can set it at different angles to cut as much dirt as you want. And then you would pull it in or out to set the angle of the blades, like these are. And I remember using that too. I like that one. I didn't need no ram for it, because you would just adjust the pitch. If you're going to roll it to another field, you just without disking, you just reset it, pull the pin. You can do it from your tractor. You can pull the rope, push it back up or pull up to set the angle, straighten them out or curve them, and then you let the pin out and let it fall back in. But this one needed a ram, so, and I have my own ram. I used it for something. I forgot what I used it for. Anyway, that's the story on that. Oh, that crank still works. I'm not sure exactly what it does. Somehow it changes the pitch. I'm not sure what it does. It pulls this tongue up or down, which changes something. I think somehow it changes which end, how deep the front end will dig compared to the back. I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's already been set. It still works though. I just cranked it. It's still free. But I did do some modifications to this a while back so I could use it, because it was falling apart. Actually, those things came apart. That came apart there, and that thing came out. That pin came out, so I bolted it together there with that U-bolt. And then I did the same thing here. I put a U-bolt on there, and I tightened it up. And then I put a new pin in that one too, because it was wore out. Yeah, it hooks up a lot better the last time I used it. Okay, I gotta go. I pulled the old disc out of there, got it there, re-greased it where I could, oiled it where I could, and then I put the tires up first with my air compressor that I had pumped up at home and then brought it here. And then I'm going to use it eventually to disc up that little area there where the old some bales were stacked for three years or so. Yeah, because it's pretty rough in there. But right now it's too wet. Yeah, I found that out when I got out here. It's too wet. And when I think the ground is dry enough to do some disking and get the tractor out here, I'll take the truck out first with the air compressor to make sure the tires are pumped, and then I'll Then I'll go back and get and also find out if the ground's dry. And I'll also get my tractor with bring the hydraulic ram and hook it up there so I can raise and lower it as I use it. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna repark it in the same place, but I'm gonna put some more new boards, or not new boards, but boards underneath that will support the back end, because that's how it sets. And I'll get something for the tires too, because I don't want the tires sinking into the dirt again, into the mud. So that's where I'm at right now. Wait for the ground to dry, because we did get 3/4 of an inch last night, or yesterday evening, I guess. I think it was around 6:30. Yeah. There might get some more rain. You never know. I'm gonna try to get out of here. I'm gonna drive along this ditch, because this is probably wet through here. More so over there than it is on the edge. Hopefully I won't make too big of a track. I used a board. Actually, the ground's so soft I drove it into the ground a few inches. That's how soft the ground is. It's like a sponge. Anyway, I set it up like this so I could back my tractor to it and hook it up easier. Yeah. I remember using this disc before Dad got that big one that he used with his big tractor, and Dad only had the small tractors when I was young. I remember using this disc and the other one. Yeah, sometimes we used both. He was using this one, and I was using the other one. Yeah. Oh, or wait. Maybe it was the other way around. He was using the big disc and I was using this one. Anyway, either way. I'm headed back to the house now. It's 2 p.m. now. And I'm going back to the house. Bales look nice all grouped together like that. Waiting for my brother to have time to haul them for me. Of course, I'll be helping a little bit. Okay. I need to talk to my brother-in-law, ask him if he wants to help drive my brother's tractor. If not, then I'll just drive it myself. I already planned for that. Okay, headed home now. I decided to do a drive-by since I'm here before we move the bales, haul the bales. Okay, I got the disc moved out. That won't be in our way. But I'll be needing it here after the ground is drier. Okay, let's do the drive-by. Pick that old disc. And the area that I'm going to disc with it in the background. What did I do? Turn it off? Let me go back and check, make sure. I don't know if I recorded that last segment. Here we go. There. Okay, let's go. Get this done. Okay, here we go. right down the middle. I put them in the middle because it was easier to pull them from each side. Less travel time from each side to the middle. Works out okay for me. Yeah, it feels clean now. Ready for regrowth. But fescue don't grow good in summer. Yeah, it's a cool season grass, so I don't expect much out of it. But in the fall, in like late August and September, there's another grass that starts to grow. Warm season grass starts to grow. And that's usually my second cutting. Up, up. Yeah, and it don't make as much as the other stuff. But as long as the cows eat it, I'm happy. Alright, I'm headed out. I'm headed to the house. Yeah, the man that cut my hay, cut and baled my hay, he showed me a picture of my neighbor here, a neighbor who raises his alfalfa, and all this ground back here, and he said his tractor burned, and I didn't hear about that. He told me about it. He even had a picture, and it's way back there. I don't know exactly where it is. I think it's right about there. It's right in front of. It's right in front of the clump of trees there. Yeah, it's all burnt up. Yeah, it's all burnt up. He showed me a picture, a close-up picture of it. Didn't look good. There's nothing left of it except the metal. Yeah, just the metal. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention it. It can happen. Tractors get overheated or something, and I gotta be careful with them. On the way home, I noticed a patch of elderberries here on my neighbor's ground along the road. I don't know if I'll ever harvest these or not. Yeah, I probably could if nobody mows them, but we'll see. If they make anything, I'll come down and get a few. There's nothing, just for the taste. Yeah, I think I got a bottle left in the freezer from my harvest a couple years ago, I think. Anyway, that's all. Last time I harvested them, it was in this area. There's a lot more of them. There's only a few here now, but it's not really worth my while to harvest these. More here, and a few more here. And they're just in this drive. This is bottom. It's in this bottom land on the way to the bridge. I'm at the bridge, and I was looking over at my pasture is way down there at the end there. I thought I saw some cattle there, so I'm going to drive down there. They're probably by the creek. I'm not sure what kind of plant is on has that kind of flower, but it's growing on the side of the road near the woods. Another one, whatever it is. Well, I'm home, but I'm going to drive past it and head down to the big pasture and take a look down there. There's some more elderberries. I picked here lots of my harvest are elderberries. I got some of these too. We'll see. We'll see if they make anything. I don't think my neighbor uses them. I can see the cattle laying down there by the bridge. Let's take a look at my big pasture. I think I'll just go to the bridge and be done. Just to take a look at the cattle in the creek. I decided not to drive down to the bridge. I'm just going to walk. The ground might be wet. Don't be afraid of me. On their nose. That's because they're still drinking milk. Look at that little one there. Yeah, that's from that white cow back there. Yeah, I don't know why I'm keeping them. They're interesting. She's got cropped ears. Oh look, she's starting to turn white, like her mama. Yeah, those Italian whites, they come out brown, but they turn white after about a few months. So I think she's going to become a white calf, a white cow, just like her mama. Yeah, just like her mama. I guess this is the nursery. The 5 babies from this year. Yeah. I'm not sure if she's going to turn her brother from last year. He turned white. Yeah, I don't know where he's probably in the water somewhere. Anyway, the darker ones, I don't think they're going to turn white when they're dark like that. It's the light colored ones that turn white over time. But we'll see. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Wonder how that water's working on them. Their backs probably are clean because, well, she don't have too many horn flies, so it's working for that. It doesn't do much for their legs. The oiler. There's that white bull from last year. Yeah, he's a year old now. Yeah. I think that's her calf. That's her heifer calf from this year. That's her fourth calf. Fourth calf. The first calf is this white one. Yeah. That's her mama. Her mama is that one. Yeah, that was her first. The white one was her first calf. And then her second calf was that white bull up at the house. And then her third calf is that black one. Talking about this cow here. Her third calf is that black one right behind her, or beyond her. And then her fourth calf is this heifer, red heifer up here, which may or may not turn, white. I don't know. We'll see what color it turns out to be. But it does have a pink nose. That's the first pink nose that she gave. Her first 3 calves had black noses. Now the flies are biting me. Well, this bridge is ready for crossing with the loads of hay bales eventually when we get around to it. I just need a day in advance of when we're going to do it so I can keep the cattle, lock that gate over there, keep the cattle locked in here, and give them a bale out there somewhere so they have something to occupy them besides the grass that's here. But there's still plenty to eat here, but you never know. A bale helps keep them occupied. Yeah, I hope it's a nice day like today where it's cloudy, so it won't be too hot for them. Anyway, a 3/4 of an inch last night raised the water up a little bit, but it didn't flood nothing. Well, this is upstream. The guy who farms this, he sprayed both sides. I guess some of the spray hit these trees here and way back there. They're killing some of them trees, these willow trees on the inside the creek. There's the concrete work I've been working on all spring, off and on. Yeah, I don't know how many days or how much money I spent on it, but well, at least it's done and it's better than it was. Well, hello cattle. Yeah, the water's flowing a lot better today. Yeah, it was hardly running here the other day. Yeah, I'm going to sell her this fall, the striped one, and her calf from last year, it's a bull, and her little calf, wherever it is, born this year, another bull. Yeah, I don't see too many flies on their horns, so that order must be working. Order that I treated. Who we got over there? Oh, that's all the calves. That one there, that's the 2-year-old heifer that should be getting bred this year. And there's the oldest heifer calf that's the oldest calf born this year, back in February, to this cow. And that's her 6th calf. Yeah. That cow there is her 1st calf. The striped one is her 2nd calf. The red one, the red cow, wherever she is, I don't see her. Oh, she's hiding over there. The red cow, she's hiding over there. She's had her 1st calf this year. That white one there had her 1st calf this year. And that white one is the 1st calf from that cow, behind the mama cow. Yeah. Yeah. All the other calves are up there. Oh, battery's getting low. Bull kettle. Yeah. Bull still got a few flies, but not too many. Not too many. They're enjoying the water. And that rain yesterday recharged it a little bit. So it's got some fresher water in it. Yeah. There's all the calves from this year on the top there. Let's see if I can point them out. That's the oldest one. And who was next? I think the next one was that one in the middle there, laying down. And then the 3rd one was the one laying against that bush. And then the 4th one was the little one on the left standing up. Those 2 are heifers, and so is the 1st one. And the last one born was the one on the right, standing up. And she was born to that cow there. That was the last cow that had a calf. Last year, she had this black calf over there on June 2, and this year she had that calf on April 25. So over a month ahead of when she had it last year. And that black one there, it's a month and a half younger than this brown one, but I think it grew better than the brown one. That's why I'm selling that calf and her. And the light colored one laying down, the one that just stood up, I'm gonna sell him too. Yeah, so sell her and both of her offspring. Yeah. And hopefully that cow will be a cow, a heifer will be a cow next year. So I'll still be 5 cows out here. Okay, I'm running out of battery, I better go. Enjoy the water, girls. Look at that stream, going good. Yeah, I need to find out from my brother when he wants to haul bales, because the day before that I need to make sure they're in here and close that gate to lock them in, and then give them a bale too, so they have something to snack on besides the grass that's out there. Okay. Well, gotta go. If I'm gonna sell her and her 2 babies, and if I have to sell any more cattle in the future, yeah, because I can't have that many here. Yeah, there's a limit to how many I can raise here. I'll probably wind up selling her, even if I like her. Yeah, either that or her. Yeah, we'll see. I got 3 heifers. Coming up. 2 good ones. That one there, and the one standing up there by the bush. No, that's a bull. would be the one laying down right next to her. Those three are girls, and those two laying there, those two there are boys. Actually, all three of them. The white one's a boy too from last year. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure about that little one out of that white cow. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see how it grows. I don't have too much hope for it. But that big one though, for sure, because that's Mama Cow's calf. That's good. That's good. That'd be her. It'd be his younger sister. And then she was just she's a year ahead of that white bull. So yeah, they're all good. I gotta go back to the house. Well, time to go back to the house. It's turned out to be a nice day. It's cool. Overcast, so it's not sunny. Yeah, it's not hot at all today. Nice day. Yeah, that rain last night helped a lot too. Yeah, that heifer there's a keeper for sure. And so is the one that just is standing up over there. Those two laying down there next to that white one is the bull. But the two on the edge there are both heifers. Okay, gotta go. Well, I hope Bully don't try to get out there. He's done it before I put that double wire up. Yeah, he got out there at least once, maybe twice. But so far he's been okay. As long as nobody's pushing him. Yeah, boy. You just stay on your side of the fence. That's all you gotta do. Stay on your side of the fence. She's still reaching for the higher branches. Eating my apple tree. Okay, that's them two. There's one cow missing. The mama cow, where's she at? What do you want, Caddy? What do you want? Well, I transfer the rams to the hydraulic ram to the tractor, front of the tractor. I got it tied down so it should ride all the way out to the hayfield whenever I need it. Just in case my brother-in-law decides he wants to drive my brother's tractor to haul bales. And I can use this trailer to haul bales. I'm going to make sure the tires are pumped up in case I need it. Okay. Because I don't know for sure yet what's going to happen about hauling. They look good okay, but I'm going to pump air into them anyway just to make sure. Same thing on this side. I'll just make sure they got plenty of air. And a spare tire too. I oiled up the connection there, and I got it set up so I can lay on the ground and access the tires to pump them up. All I can do now is pump in the air compressor and hope it works. Well, I'm surprised. 4 tires on the trailer all had about 35 pounds on, so I didn't have to add no air to them. Yeah. They're all above 30. Yeah. The only tire I put air in was the spare tire in the back there, and it had about 25 in there or so. So I added another 10 pounds. So this trailer's, I don't know how long it's going to last. It was an old trailer to begin with. It was an old camper. I had an old camper on it. Yeah, and I tore the camper part off and used the frame, built it up with some wood to carry bales, so that didn't hold up too good. So instead of just taking them off, I just added some more boards to it to make it better. Like right there, I just added another layer of wood. It's all treated. Some of that under there, the old stuff, some of that's not treated, but it's only a small amount. Anyway, this trailer's ready to go. far as I can tell. I haven't pulled it out yet, but I can hook it up pretty quick if I need it. I'll find out one of these days. Maybe I'll head over to my sister's house and ask my brother-in-law if he wants to drive, and then he'll work it out with my brother. Whenever my brother's ready, that's when we'll do it. Because my brother's got to get his tractors and 2 tractors and that big trailer ready to do the hauling, and he's got to do the one driving and loading and almost everything. All my brother-in-law has to do is drive the tractor, hauling the bales on the big trailer, and if he does that, then I can haul 6 bales on this trailer, and we'll get done a little faster. And if it's just me and my brother with his tractor and trailer, it'll take an extra trip, but it'll still get done. I originally built this so I can load bales onto it with my tractor. The 2 on the side, 2 on the ends are easy, right? But the one in the middle, a little hard to get them all the way up there with my bale spear on the back of my tractor. But my brother's tractor, front end loader, he had no problem loading anything. Anyway, that's how this started. Before I fixed up that trailer to haul 6 bales, we always use this one. My wife would use the truck and drive out. We'd drive out to we'd leave the bales out there in the big pasture, we left the bales out in the hayfield until we needed them, and then I just go out there. She'd park on the driveway on the side of the road, or on the road, and I would load her up 2 bales with my tractor with the bale spear on the back, and I'd carry 1 back with me. So he carry 3 bales at a time, 2 on the trailer and 1 on my tractor, and we did okay. But then I said, well, why can't we haul 6 or 7 bales? 6 on that big trailer, and that worked for a while too. Yeah, that worked for a while until my wife got too sick that she couldn't do too much after that. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'm ready. I'm ready to haul bales whenever my brother is. I think I'll go over there. I'll wait till my sister gets home from work, and then I'll go over there. I think my brother-in-law is retired, but even though he's retired like me, he's always got something else he wants to do. He's busy with other stuff. Yeah. Well, it's around 3:30 p.m. and guess I'm done for today. It was too wet to do that disking out there, but I got the disc ready to go, and I got the ram on the tractor, hydraulic ram, to hook it. I'll just take it out there. But before I go out there with the tractor, I'll check the tires on that disc before I take the tractor out there, just to make sure they got air. I found that mama cow. She's in the water, of course, and the other 2 are over there. I don't think the white ones don't seem like they care about the water too much. Yeah, I don't remember seeing him in the water. But the Highlanders, they love the water. Well, I ain't got nothing left to do today. Yeah. Oh, later this afternoon, maybe around 5, I'll text my sister if she's home and if my brother-in-law is home, and I'll head over there. Yeah. They live right next to the hayfield. So I want to find out if my brother-in-law is willing to drive my brother's tractor again. He's done it before, but I don't know if he did it last year or not. I can't remember. There's the old mulberry way back there with the red berries on them. And here's the new one. I don't think I planted this. I think it grew by itself. Probably from seed. Hi, cat. How you doing? Anyway, it's got some berries on. It had some on last year too, but I think if I prune it back on the bottom, it'll probably do better. Let it start growing up. Yeah. I'll try to find the strongest trunk and cut everything else back maybe. I also noticed I think there's an elm in here. I see an elm leaves, so I got to cut that out too. What? What are you complaining about? You got a good life. Yeah, you got a good life. Uh-huh. Anyway, I'm gonna pick a couple berries off of it if there's ripe. Just see what they taste like. Only found a couple ripe berries, mulberries. Watch out, cat. Some big ones are coming. Yeah, watch out. Anyway, they're sweet, the ones I did get. Run, Kitty. What do you want? I ain't got nothing for you. I see a few apples on this apple tree, but last year they were so small. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do this year. I need to prune it back next winter, like I did the pear trees there and down that way. Look, they're already grown back, see? I have to keep them pruned. I can't let them get too tall. Last year, most of these apples, they fell off and the deer ate them. Or some of them, like in spring, when they started to bloom, there were still dried up apples still stuck to the tree. So I'll just wait and see what happens. I'll eat a few off the tree because even though they're small, they still taste good. I gotta start getting something done on the garden too. It's already June. Yeah, I need to start. I need to get that. I need to haul that manure out of the barn. I'll do that after the bales are hauled. I'll start working on that. I'm not much of a gardener, but I like the thing grow. It's the weeds I don't like to take care of. Anyway, I got my lemongrass growing now. I think it's safe now in June. I don't think it's going to get too cold anymore. All the black old mulberries that fell off that tree. I thought the cows might eat them, but I guess it's too old, too hard to eat too. Yeah, I think some of them are even drying up on the tree, and I can't really reach those. The birds like them. Yeah, I'll just leave them for the birds. But I can eat some of the lower branches if I can reach them. I just noticed that most of these are dried up, especially that one up there. There's some ripe ones over here. But that's dried up, and that's dried up. There's a few good berries up there. What's the matter, bully? Bee get you? There, I can reach a few of the berries, and they're good. I just noticed something about this broken branch. I thought it was dead, but there's still some life left in it because it's sprouting. It's got a few sprouts on it. See here, here, there. A couple over there. Some up there, there. On the end here. Yeah. A few sprouts. On the end, yeah. I don't know how long it's going to survive like that. Even got some down here too. So there's some life left in it. But I don't think it'll amount to anything because the cattle will eat them off as much as they can. Yeah. When they get big enough, they'll nibble on them. Yeah, I'm not going to intend to leave it here forever anyway. I'll probably cut it down before winter. Yeah, so winter I don't put them in here. Yeah, she's going to relax. She just laid down. She just laid down. And he gets along better with her too. She used to chase him all the time. She probably still does, but I think they're starting to tolerate him more now since he's bigger. He's still got the flies on the leg. Okay. Yeah, I gotta trim back those asparagus. Some of them even laid down. Yeah. I need to cut them back. They're too tall. Yeah. Yeah, most of these weeds are dying now since I sprayed them. And when I clean out the barn, when I clean it up, I want to get the old manure that I left there last year. I want to just put it on the very top. Everywhere that's exposed. If I can. Yeah, but that's job will have to wait. I got other jobs to do. We got to haul the bales. I want to disc that ground in the hayfield, a little strip. Smooth that out again and plant some grass there. And then I can start working on the garden. This cat's like her brother now, who disappeared. She's following me around everywhere. I guess if I'm part of her pride, she wants to hang out with me now. She never did when her brother was around. It was only her brother, and she always went off on her own. But without her brother around, I guess she needs some company. I thought some of them other cats would come over here and take up residence with her, but they haven't. They come to eat the food, that's about it. Although that one gray cat that looks like her, I seen him twice. He hung around close by, but he didn't, because he didn't run off all the way. But he didn't stick around long enough. I found a whole bunch of old tires back in there. I don't know if I see another one or not. Anyway, I don't throw nothing away. They were from the old cars back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, but I got a use for them now. I can use them underneath the disc and underneath the tires of the disc when I get ready to park it again. Yeah. Okay. They come in handy. That's why I don't throw them away. I got my 2 truck tires too, but I got another use for them. I can't use them for the truck or anything as their actual tire, but I can use them to hold something up to keep it off the dirt. There's one thing I got to do one of these days. I gotta get the lawnmower out, and the next time I use the lawnmower, I'll mow a path from that gate all the way up the hill, just for me to walk, so I don't have to be scratching my leg on all that grass. Yeah, that'll help. I've done that before. Yeah, as long as I can go through that gate and or just go up, walk up the hill to the barn without getting my legs all scratched up. Okay. Cattle seem to be okay. And so is the cat. Cat's okay too. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Bunch of tree frogs are chirping. Chirping. Got a couple dead limbs there I gotta pull down before they fall. Tree frogs are croaking. Or chirping, however you want to call it. Okay. Gotta go in. It's cool out here, but it's so humid. So humid outside. At least with this cooler weather, haven't had to turn on my air conditioner yet. Yeah. Even when it was above 80 outside here, it was still in the mid 70s inside the house, so I was comfortable. I use my fans to circulate the air, so it's all good. When it gets up to 90 though, or above, that's when I got to turn my air on. Because if it gets around 80 degrees inside, that's too hot for me. Because it's humid inside too. All right. Okay. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to do. Oh, go in the house. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sweating here. Not even the air is cool, but the air is so humid.